Hi everybody, this is Avicina, author of Nutrition and Hair Loss: A New Perspective, and today I'm going to be talking about how oils play an important role in stopping hair loss, preventing hair fall, and encouraging hair growth. So as we begin, I'd like to give just two examples of modern women who have been incorporating oil in their beauty regimes, applying oil topically. One of them is this person, Beauty K Love. She has about 845,000 subscribers. And as we just scroll through some of her videos, you see that she has hair that falls below her waist. She has many videos on her hair care routine, and she essentially is feeding the hair topically with oils and all kinds of real raw foods, from aloe to coffee to olive oil, coconut oil, you name it, shea butter. She's using all kinds of things. The second person is this woman, Holistic Habits, and as you can see, she has very long, thick hair as well, and she's essentially doing the same. Here's a video called "Do It Yourself Hair Growth Oil and Heatless Curls." She essentially applies all kinds of oils to her hair and scalp that encourage hair growth, and obviously it works. You can tell by just looking at some of her thumbnails. Here's one where she's using a DIY avocado hair mask. Of course, avocado is high in minerals and fats. Now, why does this work? What's actually happening here? Is this placebo? Is it fake? Is it real? What's going on? So we're going to talk about that today. So here's a Afar man from Ethiopia. The Afar are a traditional people. They are a indigenous people from Ethiopia. And they have used raw butter as a hair applicant or a hair treatment for from perhaps hundreds of years. They use it in a lot of the ceremonies. So I'm going to show a few pictures here of Afar men. Here again, that's the raw butter in this man's hair. Here's another one, and a fourth one. And they understand the raw butter to nourish hair roots, nourish the hair follicles, nourish the hair itself. But what they may not know is that in addition to all this, it fortifies and nourishes the brain and the nerve cells. Perhaps their original ancestors who discovered the use of fats for the brain knew and understood this, but they've simply lost the knowledge and think that it's just a cosmetic treatment. But that is far from the truth. It does a lot more than just treat the hair. So what exactly does it do? Well, hold on. Here are some. These are women from Chad. They use something called the chebi powder mix, which they also mix with the raw fats and oils or raw butter. And these women also grow waist-long hair when they use this kind of treatment. Right? Here we go. Here's another picture. So let's talk about this. What's going on? Well, here's a small image representing the structure of brain and neurotransmitters. Essentially, here are some bullet points. Billions of nerve cells are in the human brain. Okay, these neurotransmissions in the brain help to communicate, and these nerve cells are made up of fat. Phospholipids, or essential fatty acids, make up 60% of the dry weight of the brain. So let me translate all this. What does this mean? Essentially, the nerves in our brain are made out of essential fatty acids. And due to the modern diet, which is very low in fat, very low in saturated fat, very low in essential fatty acids, majority of modern and industrialized people are severely deficient in these essential fatty acids. On top of that, not only is it low in fats, but it's very high in grain and carbohydrate, specifically genetically modified corn and hybridized wheat, which have lots of pesticides sprayed on them. And if you've watched my last video on gluten and hair loss, you will understand how gluten plays a role in destroying the nerves and causing hair loss. Essentially, what this high carbohydrate diet does is that it goes through the digestive tract and it removes fat and mucus from the nerve cells and the nerve lining and from the cells in general. And so what you're left with is very weak, fat-deficient, shriveled cells. And this causes hair loss. And this is something most people are not aware of. So traditionally, so here we go. Here's just a diagram of the nerves which are inside of the brain and skull. And you see there's a lot here below the hair. And as these nerve endings become inflamed with either heavy metals or pesticides or gluten consumption, what happens is that the fat is stripped off of these nerve cells and the body's left in a perpetual state of inflammation, causing hair loss. Now, these women, such as Holistic Habits, what they're doing is that they are topically nourishing the nerves with essential fatty acids, just as the Afar men are when they apply raw butter. And look at this man's hair, it's just some beautiful hair. So that is what is essentially happening. Now, normally, if you didn't apply it on the scalp, what you would have instead is, you'd have to consume it through the diet, through either steaks or oils, eggs, seeds, right? Nuts and seeds. And generally, that's not enough, especially for modern people who have been starved of this kind of food for the entirety of their life. Most people have grown up off of cereals and breads and pastas and cookies and crackers. And so they have a extreme deficiency in essential fatty acids. And it is for this reason why applying hair to the oils topically is so important, because you get to bypass metabolism and directly nourish the brain, the hair follicles, and the nerve endings. Another reason why this works, why hair oiling works, is essentially these plants, okay, whether it's oil from sunflower seed oil or chia seed oil, olive oil, avocado oil, right? Any of these seed oils, they basically, through their tap roots, are able to absorb minerals from the soil, right? So sulfur, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, iron, you name it, all the minerals, selenium, iodine, and they are concentrated inside of the plant root, especially in the seeds. So when these seeds are cold pressed and have their essential fatty acids extracted, they also have their minerals extracted. And what you get is a hefty dose of not only essential fatty acids, but also minerals, which you can directly nourish the scalp and brain with, as well as the hair. And of course, results in hair like this, and hair like this, and hair like this, and so on, right? And hair like this here. So that is what is essentially happening. If you like this kind of information, go ahead and give this video a like and a thumbs up. If you would like to know more, I have the link to my book in the comment section. There in the book, I have my entire thesis on hair loss outlined. I also have my protocol, my nutritional and detoxification protocol on how to reverse and stop the hair loss process. I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you and take care.